The video inventory system has descended upon Tivat and the world of BengTie. Inventory tear-jerking scenes and play the movie Death of Fireflies. Character group Tearful Eyes. Wendy. Miss Luiying, who suffers from entropy loss, is unable to move in reality and dies again in her dream. Zhongli. In terms of universal rationality. Ms. Mockingbird's Saving a Heart from Sorrow portrays emotions to the extreme. Play Funina's Dance of the Water God. Star. Only natural principles cannot be enemies of it. Rules are meant to be broken. March 7th, Pam, can we drive to Tivat? I want to take Funina on a journey around the world. Qingque. With a mortal body on par with a deity, Miss Funina's beauty is unique. Kelly. Kelly wants to hug Sister Funina and Sister Luiying. Subsequently. Play, Cosmic Illusion Night, Silver Branch. Faith is indestructible, darkness comes to an end, and I swear to make the name of purity resound throughout the world. Play, Dream of Broken Branches, de Xuan. Let the world completely forget me. After playing on various tear-jerking PVs, Tivat and Star Iron, everyone's eyes are crying and swollen. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Opening inventory of the original Iron collapse and tear-inducing scenes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tivat Continent. Fengdan, Ilir Island, inside the Aficular Opera House. So boring, it's not enough for me to watch. Funina, who couldn't muster any interest, sighed as she gazed at Novelette on the highest judge's seat below through the carts that were about to burn out. Alas, when do you think there will be a real surprise? Please do not laugh or play in court, the trial is not over yet. Faced with the question from the water god Funina, Novelette, who was sitting upright, didn't show any face and responded with a serious tone. At this point, a cold mechanical sound echoed in everyone's ears. Loading the live broadcast room for the original Collapse Iron inventory. Start inviting members. Funina enters the live broadcast room. Neville Wright enters the live broadcast room. Funina was stunned. Thinking she had hallucinated, she once again turned her gaze to Neville. Seeing a flash of surprise in Novelette's eyes, Funina immediately confirmed that Novelette had also heard the invitation for the so-called live broadcast room of the original Collapse Iron inventory. Live broadcast room. Did you hear me? So everyone heard me and thought I was having a mental illness and hallucinating. What is the original Collapse Iron? It shouldn't be a new disaster, right? Don't panic, with Lord Funina present. Even if the new demon god is causing trouble, what will happen? The audience heard a lot of discussion from below. Funina stood up, her hands akimbo, and she let out grandiose laughter in a strategic manner. Ha ha ha. I, Fucarus, the queen of all waters, all directions, and all laws, even the gods can judge. So, dear people, you don't have to panic. I have seen through the essence of the original Bong Iron live broadcast room, it's just some small tricks. Novelette looked at Funina, who was confident, and couldn't figure out for a moment whether she really understood the original Bong Iron live broadcast room or deliberately said this to stabilize the public's emotions. After all, he still hasn't figured out what's going on with the cursed aura on Funina's body. At least, Funina's words had a very good effect. The previously panicked public's emotions have stabilized significantly. Liyue. Shisheng Hall. Zhongli in the study put down the night mooring stone at the level of permeable blue, which he was appreciating. Thinking on my cheeks. What is the original live broadcast room for BengTie? As he watched the live broadcast room screen appearing with the sound in front of him, his expression was complex. As the oldest god among the 7 gods, he couldn't see through the essence of the screen. Mond. Shifen Knight's headquarters. The acting team leader Qin looked worried. Just received news that honorary knights Ing and Pai Meng are preparing to go to Fengdan. Before they could express their blessings in their hearts that they were about to embark on a new journey, this kind of change occurred. Do you want to inquire with Lord Barbados about this matter? In the pure land of one's heart. The original Bong Iron Live broadcast room, the eternal enemy. Lay Movie pulled out Dream One Heart and headed towards the viewing screen, but it couldn't have any impact on it. Lay Movie was surprised in his heart. Shimi, Jingshan Palace. Naxita is anxious and worried that the original live broadcast room of BengTie may have a negative impact on Sumi and even Tivat continent. At the same time. Starry Iron World. Black Tower Space Station, on the Star Dome train platform. The star who decided to board the train and become an anonymous passenger is asking Himiko about the information about the pioneering star god Qingque. The fallen star god, the departed pioneer, his departure is a mystery, but among all known star gods, Qingque is the closest to humanity. In the records of the train think tank, he walked with mortals, adventured together, fought together, and celebrated together. As a deity bound by the primal force, Qingque possesses almost mortal freedom. He is so unique, and his fall is sudden. When they are talking, a cold voice rang in my ears. Flowing fireflies enter the live broadcast room. Qingque enters the live broadcast room. Mockingbird enters the live broadcast room. Star enters the live broadcast room. Topa enters the live broadcast room. Fu Xian enters the live broadcast room. Uncle Yang and Jeezy, we heard a strange sound. Don't be nervous, Xiao Sanyue. After all, this is the platform of the Black Tower space station, and the live broadcast room may have been caused by Ms. Black Tower, the wise and knowledgeable envoy. Seeing the flustered March 7th, GZ comforted with a spoiled expression on her face. Yalalo 6. Shia and Natasha looked at each other. The lower level area was already very difficult, and any changes could be fatal to the people here. Luofu Immortal Boat, Divine Strategy Mansion. Jing Yuan looked at Fu Xian with great interest and said, "What does Fu Qing think about this live broadcast room? With my eyes, even divination cannot comprehend its essence. How else can I see it?" Fu Xian clasped his hands and said arrogantly. On the ecological ship of Topa, a senior official in the Strategic Investment Department of StarCraft Peace Company. Topa excitedly said, "What interesting things will this live broadcast room bring? A knowledgeable society." The Truth Doctor Radio, wearing a plaster head, didn't take it seriously and focused on the chessboard. At the end of the world, taverns and masked fools feel a whole new joy. The sudden arrival of the live broadcast room should bring us and the God of Joy new fun. Hua Hua said with a smile on her lips. The invitation is over, live chat function enabled. 3 minutes later, start playing the original iron-breaking tear-inducing inventory video, with no distinction in video ranking. 2.59, 2.58 at a time of shock among the entire Tivat people and various factions of the Star Iron. The chat function in the live broadcast room is completely unlocked. A striking golden text appeared on the viewing screen. Play countdown 1.59, play trailer broadcast. Inventory of tear-inducing scenes of the original Broken Iron. First one. The Death of Flowing Fireflies, by the One-Tail Flower Family Flowing Fireflies. Chapter 2. The God of Iron Collapse Shocks Tivat, Inventory. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After each video round, the inventory objects will receive random rewards. Rewards include but are not limited to daily necessities, immortal techniques, elixirs that increase lifespan, healing all diseases in the world, resurrection props. Here being counted for rewards. The whole Tivat and the Sky Railroad people are boiling. High in the live broadcast room. March 7th, hello everyone, we are an unknown passenger who takes the Star Dome train of the pioneering star god Qingque to explore the world, Bailu. I am a medical practitioner from the Luofu Immortal Boat Danding Division. I am a spiritual medicine that can cure all diseases in the world and even resurrect others. Is the live broadcast room related to the god of abundance? Bailu, Curiosity, Walnut. Star Dome Train. Luofu Immortal Boat. And the Pioneering Star God. The Abundant Star God. These are all things that the Lord of this hall has never heard of before. Do you have any understanding? Walnut. Secret observation, Hu Tao, who was pestering Lan Jia about business cooperation, shifted his attention to the live broadcast room after unlocking the chat function. The unfamiliar terms of Xingqiong train and Xingxian aroused her interest, and she asked the guest minister Zhongli. Zhongli. I don't know either, in terms of universal rationality. March 7th and Ms. Bailu may not belong to Tivat, they are likely to exist outside the world, and the star gods are the gods in their world. Hu Tao. People from outside the world. So, Ms. March 7th, Ms. Bailu, is there any conflict in your world? I, Hu Tao, the 77th generation leader of the Tivat Grand Land Glass Moon Harbor Memorial Hall. Recently, Wanchengxing Hall has offered a grand discount of 30%. Customers who make advance reservations can also enjoy personalized services. Walnut, Devil's Smile, Esther. 70% off. What does Miss Walnut's Afterlife Hall sell? Medicine or mechanical weapons? Esther Curiosity, Walnut. We provide funeral services, sending people to their deaths. March 7th. Ah, this, star. Jeopard. The Silver Main Iron Guards resist the daily sacrifice of the Rift creations. If conditions permit, they would like to hold a funeral for them. Walnut. If one day we can freely travel through the world we are in, our hall master can offer a discount. After all, this is a cross-world funeral service. Fu Xian. No wonder this constellation cannot predict the relevant information of the live broadcast room even with the help of the poor observation array. It can easily connect people from different planes and worlds together, and its creator is undoubtedly at the level of a star god. Although possessing the power to easily destroy a planet or even a galaxy. But compared to destruction, the difficulty of creating a world and closely connecting people from different dimensional worlds is much greater. In the eyes of Fu Xian, the Taibu of the Luo Fu Immortal Boat Taibu C, the creator of the original Bong Iron Inventory live broadcast room definitely possesses power comparable to the star god, and may even be a higher level mysterious existence that surpasses the star god. Star. So, is there a new star god born again? Ruan Mei. Dear, currently there are 18 known star gods, but this does not mean that there are only 18 star gods. Ing. It sounds like the star gods in your world are more powerful than the 7 gods in the continent of Tivat. Can you specifically talk about the star gods? Corey. Corey also wants to hear the story of the star god. Corey Yababa, March 7th. The star gods are mysterious higher beings, each holding different destiny paths, controlling the immense power to erase reality and create the world, leaving traces in countless worlds. GZ. Xiao Sanyue is right. Currently, there are 18 star gods known to humans in the world we are in. Exploration, Akivali, Destruction, Nanak, Hunting, Lan, Wisdom, Bashi Zun, Harmony, Hype, Nihility, 9, Preservation, Kriper, Abundance, Pharmacist, Memory, Fuli, Joyful, Aha, Mysterious, Mystery, Breeding, Taze Euros, Balance, Mutual, End of the End, King, Pure Beauty, Idella, Gluttonous, Obolos, Immortal, Dragon, Order, Tai. Silver Branch. The pure and beautiful goddess Idrera, unparalleled in beauty. Silver Branch, arm up and shout, star. P_O. Kafka. Don't worry, the Knights of the Order of Pure Beauty have always been like this. They are solitary wanderers in the universe, steadfastly practicing pure beauty. Doctor of Truth. Noise, negative score. Barbara. Although Lord Barbados is very powerful, he cannot erase reality and create the world. March 7, shocked by the stars and gods of our world, should the people of the Tivat continent talk about the gods on your side for fairness. Wendy. Hey, the 7 gods, also known as the 7 rulers of the earth, respectively control the 7 elements of wind, rock, thunder, grass, water, fire, and ice, and govern the 7 gods of the 7 kingdoms of the Tivat continent with different concepts. March 7. A deity who controls elements and governs the kingdom, which sounds like an existence that ordinary humans cannot reach. March 7, thumbs up, Funina. Ha ha ha. That's right, I am the queen of the laws of all water, all directions, and the god of justice of Maple Dan. Xuan. Interestingly, even the deity of Tivat was invited into the live broadcast room of the original Collapse Iron inventory. Fu Qing's speculation that its creator is at least at the level of a star god is reasonable. Fu Xuan. Humph, that's nature. Fu Xuan, Aojiao, as the star iron characters chatted freely, the Tivats were all shocked by the concept of star gods. Chapter 3, Death of Flowing Fireflies, Roast Chicken Teacher. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tivat Continent. Ilir Island, Ophiklii Opera House. Novelette confirmed that the original iron-breaking live room only connected Tivat to another world through some mysterious way to chat and watch movies, without any threat. He is also fulfilling his duties as the highest judge and continuing the trial. On the seat of the water god, Funina's thoughts were not on the criminal in the trial. The star god information shared by March 7 and Himiko in the original Bong Iron live broadcast room touched the deepest secret in her heart. Mysterious higher beings, each holding different destiny paths, wielding the immense power to erase reality and create the world, leaving traces in countless worlds. I repeated the speech about the star god on March 7 in my heart. Funina's eyes became increasingly hot. After seeing the Mirror Man and learning from her that Maple Dan prophesied something would happen, she has been playing the role of water god for 500 years. Unable to confide in anyone, enduring pain alone, silently waiting for the grand and dramatic judgment promised by the Mirror Man to break the prophecy. But how long will this trial come? The next 500 years, or the next 500 years she has been sending people to search for other ways around Tivat, but hundreds of years have passed without any progress. The arrival of the original Collapse Iron inventory live broadcast room has opened a brand new door for Funina. The abilities of the star gods in the world of March 7, Jizi, Fu Xuan, and others have surpassed those of the 7 gods of Tivat. Even the mysterious celestial principle of Sky Island may not necessarily reach the height of a star god. After Tivat was connected to the Star Dome Railroad world. After understanding the situation of Fong Dan, a kind star god may lend a helping hand to the Fong Dan people. For Funina, hoping for the stars and gods in other worlds to save Maple Dan out of love is undoubtedly a daydream. So her mood at this moment is extremely complicated. She hopes to be counted by the original Collapse Iron inventory system in order to receive a reward that can solve the prophecy. But they are also worried that the secret of playing the role of a deity will be exposed during the inventory, and the rewards will not be able to solve the disaster predicted by Maple Dan. Hope is slim, but she has some expectations and knows that she cannot slack off or show any signs of slackness in the original live broadcast room of the Collapse Iron inventory. Liu Port. Shisheng Hall. Walnut, who had returned from outside, walked briskly into Zhong Li's study, humming a tune. I bask in the sun when it comes out, and bask in the moon when it comes out. Oh my, I didn't expect that the mysterious live broadcast room for the inventory of the original Broken Iron would just open, and the head of this hall would be able to receive large orders from other worlds. Next, all you need to do is wait for it to inventory the main hall and gain the ability to travel through the world, so that you can easily travel back and forth to the Yalalo 6 planet where Tivat and Jeopard are located. Expanding the cross-world funeral and funeral business of the surviving hall. It is a good thing for the Hall Master to aspire to the world, but now the future of the Tivat continent is facing even more severe tests. Zhong Li's expression was solemn. After the successful implementation of the retirement plan, Morix, who wandered around the world as a mortal, considered things more deeply than walnuts. In the live broadcast room, GZ, the navigator of the Star Dome train, revealed the names of the 18 known star gods. The names of star gods such as pioneering star gods, pure beauty star gods, and conservation star gods at least sound inclined towards the conservative camp. And the god of destruction, by name alone, belongs to the evil side. Although this is only Zhong Li's personal speculation, the specific situation still needs to be inquired with GZ and others in the live broadcast room. But the power of the star god has exceeded his imagination. Despite having over 6,000 years of experience, as the oldest deity among the 7 gods, Zhong Li was unable to achieve the ability to create the world. Star gods can create the world, will they have the ability to traverse the world? Previously, Tivat may not have been noticed by them, but now they are connected due to the live broadcast room. The continent of Tivat may be watched by the stars, which is undoubtedly dangerous. Other people who share the same thoughts as Zhong Li are Naxita, the little lucky grass king of Sumeru, the thunder movie of Aina wife, and the ice queen of winter. GZ's description of the star god had a great impact on the Tivat people. Of course, there are also those with a good mindset, such as the traveler Ing Mei who is about to depart from Shumi to Feng Dan, her guide and emergency food Pai Meng. Pai Meng's eyes flickered. Ing, the person named March 7th in the live broadcast room spoke so eloquently about the star god. If the star god can really create the world, as long as you can step on the path of the star god's destiny, you can receive the blessing of the star god. Then you can easily defeat the maintainer of heaven and find emptiness, right? He the celestial train shuttling through the Milky Way, I also want to be a visitor and board the train to experience the world. Pai Meng, you think things too simply, like the Ice Queen and the foolish executives below her. 18 star gods, not all of them are good gods. It is also a good thing to be able to embark on the path of destiny and gain powerful power beyond the 7 gods. The problem is to clarify the conditions for embarking on the path of destiny at the moment when Ing Mei has some expectations. The original Collapse Iron Inventory system has issued a new prompt. The countdown to playback has ended, official broadcast. The Death of Flowing Fireflies, by the Luan Weihua family's Flowing Fireflies. Chapter 4 Fu Xian. Sweating Profusely, Qingque. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The live streaming screen starts playing video content. The scene in the picture is undoubtedly the observation carriage of the Star Dome train. GZ, March 7th, Dan Heng, Walter Yang, and Xing gathered together to attend the route meeting. Looking around on March 7th, I never saw Pam's figure. Hasn't Pam come yet? Pam also has a time to play tricks. GZ smiled and said. Quickly, a rabbit-shaped creature wearing a red uniform, a high hat, and standing with drooping ears like a human walked up the stairs. Cough. I spent some time preparing the handkerchief because it was an important matter. Pam walked up to the crowd and Star spoke up, do you want to change the route again? March 7th chimed in and said, yes, what's so important? Pam explained it carefully. March 7th passengers, Star passengers, you should also know that the destination of the Star Dome train this trip is the grand event Star Pinocchio. The conductor of this train knows that everyone has expectations for this famous starry sky hotel in the universe. However, before departure, there are 3 things to remind everyone of. Firstly, Pinocchio is located in the Estina galaxy, which is very rich in memory. History records that it is one of the large holes in the memory domain, and even after thousands of years, the concentration of memory in the region near it is still higher than the average. In general, there won't be any major problems, but everyone's physical condition is different. If there are problems such as dizziness, hallucinations, or memory disorders, they must not be taken lightly. Secondly, the star of the grand event, Pinocchio, is a territory of the Qingque family, and this is also the first time the family has invited other factions. Please always remember that the train is invited as a guest and the rules must be followed on March 7th, he made a solemn promise. Do as the Romans do when in Rome. Don't worry, conductor. We will not embarrass the unknown passengers. Her words comforted Pam and he continued, finally, it's Pam's heartless invitation to everyone. Tell me about it. If conditions permit, I hope you can help inquire about some unknown guest's information during your vacation and relaxation. The three things Pam said in the video shocked many people at Star Dome Railway in the live broadcast room. Esther. It's unbelievable that the star of the grand event, Pinocchio, would even send invitations to other factions. Pepe shocked, Fu Xian. It is indeed shocking news. If the video content is completely true, then at some point in the future, Pinocchio will really send invitations to other factions, which is an unprecedented precedent. Kaya. Although I am from the Tivat continent and I am not very clear about the distribution of the power of the Avatar clan, I can judge from the degree of shock you have received from the Qingque family's invitations to other factions. The relationship between organizations or groups with different beliefs in the stars and gods is not as harmonious as imagined. Extending it, can I assume that there is also a hostile relationship between the stars and gods, Xuan? Good reasoning, Mr. Kaya of Tivat is quite agile in his thinking. There is indeed a hostile relationship between the stars and gods, just like the Emperor Bao Commander who has been chasing the rich medicine master. Alhazen. Who exactly is the Imperial Bao Commander? This title was not used among the 18 star gods mentioned by Miss Jeezy before. Alhazen is extremely interested in the star gods of the Sky Railway. So, despite being quiet in the teaching academy, he is also willing to actively raise his doubts in the live broadcast room. Yuan. Sorry, I forgot to add that the Imperial Bao Commander is actually the hunting star god Lan, but the immortal boat people will call Lan the Imperial Bao Commander. March 7th, alright, you can go on vacation to Pinocchio Connie in the future, Topa. It's not yet certain that the video content is completely true, so it's better not to be too happy too early. Naxida. Since Pinocchio is a place that everyone yearns for, according to reason, personnel entry and security should be very good. If Captain Pam entrusts passengers to search for other unknown passengers, it means they are missing somewhere. It shouldn't be so. Sunday. I am the spokesperson for Pinocchio, and I assure you that security is quite strict in reality, and there is no danger in Pinocchio's dreams. Ing. Since everyone has talked about the Pinocchio family, I think the authenticity of the video content needs to be studied. Jeezy. Everyone misunderstood. There were indeed several unknown passengers getting off at Pinocchio Connie on the train. Like most worlds where trains stop, Pinocchio was once a station on the silver track. Many people are unaware that thousands of years ago, Pinocchio was not the star of the grand event, but the border prison of Interstellar Peace Company, which was connected to Qingque by pioneering. At that time, the Star Dome train also stopped at Pinocchio. Just as the journey ends, trains have records that thousands of years ago, several passengers left Pinocchio as their final destination, Qingque. After 1,000 years, is it certain that people are still alive? Do those passengers all have an extremely long lifespan like immortals? Qingque. Longevity immortal. Interestingly, it turns out that there are also longevity species in the Tivat continent. Do you have the Imperial Palace Cheong Jade plaque? Qingque mocking fish, say no. There is no Emperor Yuan Cheongyu card, but there is a 7 Saints summoning card. Say no, card master, Tinari. Is the topic a bit off topic? Tinari with a bitter smile, Fu Xian. Qingque, are you slacking off again? Qingque. Ah, this, Lord Taibu. The only thing that doesn't happen is when we talk about lifespan, we suddenly think of the Emperor Yuan Qiong jade plaque. Qingque, sweating profusely. Chapter 5. Star Dome Train Leap, Pinocchio. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the video screen. After hearing Pam's search request on March 7, Qingque also raised questions. Similarly, Jeezy took the initiative to help explain. Star, Little March, you don't have to be too nervous, just treat these as a ritual for revisiting your hometown. After the train left, the Cancer of all realms, also known as the star nucleus, blocked all realms, and the ownership of Pinocchio also changed hands several times. What was the life behind the old nameless guests who used Pinocchio as their final destination, what they experienced, and what marks they left on this world? In my opinion, exploring their footprints can also be considered an adventure in a sense. Even if we leave the starry sky, the exploration of the unknown guest will not end, and I think Pam should also think so. I still remember the crew roster, where there were 3 unnamed passengers who saw Pinocchio as their final destination and got off here. They are Tiernan, Lagwak, and Lazarina, who were also train guards, mechanics, and surveyors. The only information for the 3 is this, March 7. Just having a name and profession, and not sure if it's a real name, isn't that equivalent to looking for a needle in a haystack? P_O. Ruan Mei. In fact, there is a live broadcast room for the original collapse of iron inventory. As long as they are still alive, they can see the train conductor's speech. March 7, awkward Dr. Truth. So, Ms. March 7th's speech in this round is 0. Pam. To Pam, cough. Passengers Tiernan, Lagwak, and Lazarina, please contact us in advance when you see the speech of our train conductor. Naxida. May I ask all of you from the Star Dome Railway about the Cancer of all worlds mentioned by Miss Himiko in the video? Zhongli, same as above. Lay Movie. Same as above. Funina. Same as above. Wendy. Same as before, March 7, repeating machines are prohibited, let's break the formation. March 7, Hihi, Parman. Cancer of all worries. Just by the name, does horror have a huge impact on the world like taboo knowledge? Parman worries, Walter Young. Let me explain. The stellar nucleus affects the flow of imaginary energy and continuously invades neighboring worlds in some dark and difficult to understand material forms, spreading throughout the universe like cancer cells. Interstellar Peace Company refers to it as the cancer of all worlds. Topa. The emergence of star nuclei is devastating for most planetary civilizations. Kamisato Ayaka. Has a devastating impact on civilization. Cory. Cory used the enhanced firepower when not bombing the fish to kill it, Sierra. Star nucleus. Yalalo 6. Lower level area, medical center. Sierra frowned as she watched Walter Young and Topa's speeches in the live broadcast room. Nada, will the cold wave and the rift realm be related to the cancer star nucleus they call the 10,000 realms? The cold wave can still explain, but the continuous erosion of Belowberg's rift and mysterious rift creations are not caused by the cooler weather, right? It's possible, I think people in the upper echelons should also be able to think of this issue. The resources in the lower areas are limited, and there is too little we can do. If the root cause of the cold wave is really the star nucleus, we don't know what it looks like. If it really doesn't work, ask people from other planets for help through the live broadcast room. Natasha currently cannot fully trust people from other planetary powers. Sierra nodded and didn't continue, their attention returned to the video. In the picture. The root meeting has ended. There is still some time before the Star Dome train jumps. The electronic broadcast on the desktop sends out notifications. The famous singer, the Mockingbird, was invited to perform a hymn at the Pinocchio concert. As a long-standing tradition of being the star of the grand event, each Amber Festival only holds one grand ceremony, and the Harmony Festival gathers countless like-minded believers, praying for a better future for the universe. Miss Mockingbird, as a highly anticipated superstar in the Milky Way, has won multiple honors and her heavenly singing voice has spread throughout the world. It is believed that Miss Mockingbird will sing a hymn in the name of her family to the star god of harmony, opening the prelude to the grand ceremony. Interstellar Peace Company will broadcast the grand celebration throughout the entire process, sending music and good wishes to the thousands of stars around the world. This broadcast ends here. Please listen to the next episode of StarCraft Peace Company's broadcast at the designated time. Goodbye. Subsequently, Qingque sat on the sofa of the observation carriage. The train broadcasted Pam's voice. Hello, please pay attention, passengers. The train is about to jump, please sit firmly and hold on to Papa. The leap of the Qingque train also excited the character groups in the original BengTie live broadcast room. Gui Naifan. I have heard of the Star Dome train before, and this time I can witness the scene of the train jumping with my own eyes. Parman. I'm really looking forward to going to the world of the Star Dome Railway. I also want to board the train and become an unknown passenger. Wendy. Hey, the Tivat people are also full of expectations for the leap of trains in the Star Iron world. In the video. Accompanied by Pam's countdown. 5, 4. 3, 2. 1. The blue energy spreads backwards from the front of the train as it covers the observation carriages. The blue flowing light quickly shrank back. The Sea Ranger Xuan and the Mockingbird appeared deep in her consciousness. Xing slowly opened his eyes and realized that he was no longer on the Star Dome train. Misha, the waiter of Pinocchio, and the staff immediately recognized the location of the star. Pinocchio Connie. Room at the Daydream Hotel. Chapter 6. Kelly wants to become a visitor to the Star Dome train. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Misha. It's the Daydream Hotel. Misha shocked, Funina. The Star Dome train should have the same principle as Fengdan's patrol ship, but the patrol ship is along the waterway while the Star Dome train jumps directly across the world along the silver track. Normally, passengers should still be in the car after the jump. Funina is certain, Naxida. There are too many things beyond the understanding of the Tivat people in the world of celestial railways. Naxida excited, Kelly. Kelly also wants to take the Star Dome train on Tivat land. Captain Pam, please, help Kelly. Sighs, Pam. Kelly, the conductor of this train will not refuse you as a visitor. However, you are from the Tivat continent and there is currently no record of any silver track stations in your world. The Star Dome train cannot jump over. Kelly. Woo. The system, March 7th, don't be sad, Kelly children. Since the original BengTie live broadcast room connects people from both worlds, the reward Star Dome train through it will one day sail towards the Tivat continent. We assure you. March 7th, comfort, Kelly. Really? March 7th, really, Pam? Really? Ing. Really? Parman? Really? Qingque? Really? Kelly? Alright, Sister March 7th, Pam, the conductor of the train, and Sister Qingque are all good people, just like Honorary Night Sister and Little Parman. Greater than or equal to less than or equal to, /la, star. Did I really fall into a dream while jumping on the train, as Pam mentioned in the video, due to my special physique being greatly affected? Walter Young. It should be due to the influence of memory quality with concentrations exceeding the mean that consciousness disorders occur. With Walt Young's words, all Tivat and Stardome Railroad people in the live broadcast room pay attention to returning to the video. The star in the picture looked around and found that it was not the train's observation carriage, with a puzzled expression on its face. At this point, a graceful woman with purple pupils embraced her with both hands and gazed at her. The woman with purple pupils sighed. Another. Upon hearing this, Star's sister turned around alertly and looked towards the sound source, staring at the woman with purple pupils. The woman with purple pupils didn't say much. Come with me. After the Star Dome train jumped, there was a problem and the woman in front of her, Qingque, was not recognized. She warned, where is this? And who are you? Where are we going? Faced with the doubts of Qingque, she went through 3 rounds. The woman with purple pupils hesitated in her footsteps and glanced back at Qingque. Your questions are meaningless, but I can do my best to explain the current situation to you. The place we are located is the intersection of reality and memory. In simple terms, it is a dream. Coincidentally, at this moment, you and I accidentally shared the same dream, so we will appear in front of each other. This is the initial greeting from Dreamland to us. Don't panic, it won't be long before you wake up from this dream, forget everything here, and leave a faint sense of melancholy. This kind of forgetting is actually no different from our daily dreams. It is a daily habit that people have long been accustomed to, so there is no need to pay too much attention to it. Follow me, you can go back to your original place. On the left, at the end of the corridor, I will be waiting for you there. After a few simple words, the woman with purple pupils left straight away. After careful consideration, Qingque decided to keep up with the other party's footsteps. Stepping out of the room, the woman with purple pupils voluntarily revealed her identity. Sea Ranger, Xuan, this is how others call me. You can use it freely. After Xuan revealed his identity as a Sea Ranger, the original Bong Iron live broadcast room also became restless. Qingque. A Sea Ranger, who sounds like a righteous person with a chivalrous demeanor. Black Swan. You can say that. Ida. It is said that the Sea Rangers are agile and travel the world to punish evil and promote good as a righteous hero group. Black Tower. Sea Rangers, like immortal boats, walk on the path of hunting, praising land's strategy of using violence to suppress violence and praising the decisive killing of hunting. Although they do not hate abundance like Lan, they also believe that the justice and kindness of the universe need to be upheld through personal actions, so they embark on the journey of hunting down evil in the Starry Sea. Dan Heng. The reputation of the Sea Patrol Ranger was greatly affected because he once assassinated an extinct king, and then thwarted the ancestral experiment of the number 64 member of the Genius Club, the Primitive Doctor. Some people say that in recent years, the Sea Patrol Ranger has faded out of the galaxy vision because of his feud with the Primitive Doctor, which has led to disasters. Starry Sky Railway World. Luofu Immortal Boat, Divine Strategy Mansion. Jing Yuan, who was playing chess, watched as the corners of Xuan's mouth slightly raised in the video. Yanqing beside him was greatly shocked. General, I didn't expect this woman to be the Yellow Spring Ranger. It's really surprising. Jing Yuan's 2 fingers gripped a piece of ginkgo leaf that fluttered and fell in the wind as a chess piece and landed on the chessboard. Both the Sea Cruiser and the Immortal Boat Alliance believe in the Imperial Bao Commander. However, even so, Xianzhou doesn't know much about the righteous hero group of the Sea Rangers. For the first time, the Tongxie family has publicly invited other factions, and now the Sea Rangers have also appeared in the Pinocchio Starry Sea area. Things have really become more and more interesting. P.S. Happy New Year to all Yanzu readers. Xiamengsen kneels down to seek flowers and evaluations. Chapter 7. Billion Bounty, Sam and the Silver Wolf's Dream. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tivat Continent. Qingque. Due to the fact that the live broadcast of the original inventory of the collapsed iron arrived and played the first inventory video, Death of Fireflies. Qingque's schedule for going to Fengdan has been temporarily postponed. The Genius Club, the people inside must all have great wisdom, right? If Tivat were connected to the Star Dome Railway, Naxita would definitely be able to chat with the people of the Genius Club. After all, she is the god of wisdom on the continent of Tivat. Pai Meng is full of curiosity about the various forces in the Star Dome Railway world, not only carefully watching the inventory video, but also paying attention to every barrage statement. Sure enough, not all people in any world who possess knowledge are good people, but there are also many terrifying guys like Azar and Dr. Dator. We thought of going together. After Dan Heng described the famous deeds of the Sea Ranger on the Star Dome Railway. Ing Mei's first reaction was that there were problems with the ancestral experiment of the so-called Genius Club number 64 member, the Primitive Doctor. This Dr. Raw Stone from the Star Dome Railroad world is likely to be a madman, like Dr. Dator, the second seat of the Fool's executive officer on the continent of Tivat. Doing experiments without considering the consequences, and even venturing into some taboo areas of experimentation. In winter, the capital of winter. The doctor, who paid the price of erasing all other slices and obtained the 2 divine hearts of grass and thunder from Naxita, has long returned to winter. Seeing the speeches of Dan Heng, Haida and others in the live broadcast room, Duo Tori's heart was restless. After understanding the power of the Star God from the original Iron Collapse inventory video, he is no longer satisfied with creating the demon god of the Tivat continent. I always hope that the people of the Tivat continent can be counted and open the portal to the world of celestial railways. That way, he can go to the world to learn more about the relevant information of the stars and gods, and conduct experiments to create them. In the inventory video, there is a door in the corridor. When the star was hesitating whether to open, the yellow spring took the initiative to speak. Open this door and look at the magnificent dreams, while you still remember. Gently push. The gate automatically disappears. The magnificent lobby that catches the eye. Quan seemed to be accustomed to everything in front of him, and his footsteps did not stagnate at all. At the moment when the star was stunned, she had already walked to a wall where there was a pool of yellow semi-transparent liquid in the corner. This way. The star sister, who had regained her senses, ran over and looked at the substance under her feet, which looked like honey mixed with water, and said in confusion. What is this? It doesn't matter what its essence is, please go ahead. Qingque was dumbfounded. Is Quan planning for me to walk up the wall? At a moment of half-belief and half-doubt. This pool of fluid began to extend, and Star Sister took a step forward, causing a sudden change in space. Her heart was filled with disbelief. Can you really do it? At this point, the voice of the underworld echoed in her mind. Why not? Ah. Can you hear my voice? Qingque was shocked. Regarding this, Quan smiled slightly and repeated, why not? Qingque also didn't know how strong the power of the underworld was. Since she didn't want to elaborate, she didn't continue to ask with a stern expression. After climbing the wall, walk forward and come to the flat ground. Quan still cares about this newcomer who has been influenced by his memory and entered a dream. How is the status? Can we continue to move forward? I'm on the wall and in good condition. If you're still joking, I think you're okay. Remember the key points: don't stop, don't turn back, don't look down, and don't look up. Following the reminder from Quan, Qingque walked straight forward, and during this process, a tall silver mech and a playful girl blowing chewing gum appeared on the left sofa. The appearance of the mecha and the girl also shocked many viewers of the Starry Sky Railway in the original Bong Iron live broadcast room. Topa, Silver Wolf and Sam, both core members of the Star Corps Hunter, offer bounties worth billions. Topa excited, Dolly. Although the monetary systems used in Tivat continent and the world of the Sky Railroad are different, the bounty of billions is astronomical no matter where it is, and even more so if it were billions of moles. Dolly greedy, Kawi. Is it difficult for Sang Mahabei to want to do cross-border business? Kafka. I can understand Ms. Dolly's excitement. After all, Silver Wolf and Sam are like a money tree to most people in the world. There are so many people who want to catch us that they can fill a Pinocchio. Kamisato Ayaka. Since they are star core hunters, it means that they are hunting star cores, and the star cores are the cancer of all worlds, bringing disaster to the universe civilization. Isn't that a good thing? Yanqing. From the surface level of understanding, it is indeed true that this is true, but the star core hunter is not as simple as you think. In the video, when Qingque approaches Silver Wolf and Sam, she can still hear their conversation. Qingque spoke first. How are you going to pull them down? Presenting the truth as it is, they will naturally attend the appointment. Sam's answer was crisp and decisive. Just as Star was preparing to continue listening, the shadows of Silver Wolf and Sam disappeared. Chapter 8. Tivat's Fragrant Fox and the Abstract Music of the Broken Iron. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Who exactly does the term they refer to by Silver Wolf and her mecha companions? The star girls in the video are still puzzled, and Kafka and her friends are planning something else. Xuan reminded upon seeing the situation, these sounds are just the names of dreams, don't worry. Breaking away from dreams is the most important thing at present. Qingque no longer wanted to continue moving forward, and in the process, two handsome men and women she had never seen before appeared. Sunday and the Mockingbird, perhaps you haven't seen them yet, but you must have heard of them. So this is the spokesperson of the Pinocchio family. The Mockingbird is truly a world-renowned superstar, she is really beautiful. Just as Star's sister looked at Sunday and Mockingbird. The Sunday in the dream said earnestly, the stage of the fun festival belongs only to you, sister. But if I can't sing, what's the point of the stage? After a brief conversation, the figures of Sunday and the Mockingbird also disappeared. Esther. How could it be? Miss Mockingbird can't sing. Esther worried, Gue naïfen. Fake, it must be fake. Sunday. Thank you for your concern for my younger sister. She is currently in good condition with her voice, although there is still some time left for this humorous music festival. During this period, I will take extra care of her and prevent any accidents. Pinocchio. I sighed at my sister on Sunday. I didn't expect the first inventory video to involve us so much, and now we can only take one step to watch it. They must conceal the past for the family's original plan. Pai Meng. The case has been solved. The live broadcast room of the original Bong Iron inventory was playing lazy video. Screen, +1. Su Shang, +1. Raksha, +1. March 7th. Let's break the formation, hee. Let's continue watching the video, regardless of whether the content is true or false, it has completely aroused my interest. In the live broadcast room, Tivat and the audience of Starry Sky Railway's attention returned to the video. In the picture, Qingque continues to move forward. This time two men appeared, one of whom she had just met in the confinement section of the Black Tower space station. A member of the Wisdom Society, Truth Doctor, who enjoys wearing plaster heads. At this moment, standing in front of the Doctor of Truth was a gray-haired man wearing a gorgeous coat. The Truth Doctor questioned, why do you think you can win, damn gambler? 3 chips are enough, all or nothing. Fireworks. The company's lapdog, a native of Tskonia, is a born fraudster, thief, socialite, and talkative. Friendly reminders should be taken when dealing with them. Fireworks, cross-eyed smile, sand gold. Miss Fireworks' speech is very aggressive, sweating profusely. Aragoroido. What I look down upon the most is a thief who lacks a sense of responsibility. Clara. The atmosphere in the live broadcast room suddenly became subtle, and we shouldn't argue with each other, right? Jukurin. Boss, the video is related to the Starry Sky Railway. We don't understand the situation there, so let's not meddle in it. Yeo Shinzi. Oh my. The fireworks miss from the Starry Sky Railway is really interesting to talk about. Yeo Shinzi, Shattered Fox, Fireworks. Oh. Tivat people actually like my way of speaking, it's a bit interesting. Great, I remember you. Tivat continent. Rice wife, Tian Shou Gu. After the original Iron Collapse inventory video started playing, Shattered Fox's eightfold divine son came to find the Shadow with delicious food. Shadow saw the fireworks of the Starry Sky Railway as a reminder in the live broadcast room. Divine child, fireworks are definitely not easy. Moreover, from her speech, it can be understood that sand gold belongs to the so-called Interstellar Peace Company. There is a broadcast from Interstellar Peace Company on the train. Obviously, in the world of the Sky Railroad, the power of Interstellar Peace Company is quite significant. Even in the face of people from powerful organizations, Chihuahua makes jokes without any hesitation. In my opinion, she is likely to have a connection with a certain star god. Although we are two worlds, the power of the stars and gods is too mysterious. Being remembered by such people is not a good thing. Shadow is not afraid of any strong person, but the power of the star god is too strong. She is the thunder god of Inami, leading the rice wives and people to pursue true eternity. I also don't want to see the people I cherish being hurt. The eightfold divine son smiled brightly. Don't worry, I will pay attention to my discretion when speaking in the live broadcast room. However, the people on the Star Dome Railway are indeed very interesting. If fireworks hadn't lied, as a Tsgonian, Sand Gold could have become an important employee of Star Peace Company. The company's image is not simple either. If he were in Pinocchio, it would definitely cause a stir. The follow-up content of the original Collapse Iron inventory video will be very exciting. Lei took a sip of Tuanzi milk from the movie. So far, the first round of inventoried Luiying has not appeared. That is to say, the content just played was only a small part. The world of Starry Sky Railway is really vast. Untie the knot, abolish the eye-hunting order, and cancel the national lockdown order. The Lei movie takes the lead in the general's body, leaving the Tian Shou Gu for ordinary sweets and reading light novels. The video of the original Collapse Iron inventory has completely aroused her interest. Just like reading a light novel by Bashongtang. The opening of the preheating has revealed various interesting forces. The Lei movie is full of anticipation for the upcoming main storyline and its climax plot. What kind of story does the person named Luiying have that makes people cry? Chapter 9. The Yellow Spring of the Sea Cruiser, Blood and Tears with a Blade Moment. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. In the video of the original Collapse Iron inventory. After the dream figures of the Truth Doctor and Sand Gold disappeared, Qingque and Huangquan explore the corridor ahead together. Strangely enough, as they walked forward, the door at the end of the corridor continued to extend. Just as Qingque thought it would extend infinitely, the door stopped. She quickened her pace and came to the door. We're here. Qingque stepped forward and pushed the door open. Behind the door stood a young man with blue hair and purple pupils. Welcome to Daydream Hotel, may you have a wonderful dream experience. If you need to check in, please go straight to the front desk of the hotel. The boy leaned his right hand against his chest and bowed before disappearing. This time, there was no change in the surrounding dream area. Huangquan clasped his hands and gestured. You can leave this dream from here, just as it is an ordinary dream, forget the chance encounter between you and me, and return to the place where you came from. However, before you take action, I have a strange question. Qingque doesn't know what medicine is sold in Huangquan gourd. But her serious expression didn't seem like she was joking. Just let me know if you have any questions. Have we ever met somewhere before? What do you mean? Qingque tilted her head slightly. Looking at you, I unconsciously think of an old friend. In the hazy memory fragments, the old friend stood shoulder to shoulder with me, just like in this dream, close yet unreachable. Qingque thinks that amnesia can cause confusion in one's consciousness. Although Huangquan seems to have a good understanding of dreams, it does not mean that she is completely immune to the effects of exceeding the average memory concentration. Perhaps her own illusion is influenced by dreams. In my memory, this is the first time I've met you. Qingque nodded. I often forget things, and I am more accustomed to capturing others' current reactions than recalling them, so may I ask you a few more questions? Of course. Just as it was a return to the underworld to help leave the dream, Qingque was curious about what was troubling this powerful sea ranger. When you are in a state of confusion in the guest room, you are muttering a few names in your mouth. March 7th, GZ, Dan Heng, are they your companions? Family members? Or the enemy? I'm curious, would you be afraid of losing this kind of connection? The question of Qingque is thought-provoking, and after a moment of contemplation, Qingque gave her own answer. If losing this connection means their death, I would be afraid. Well, I understand. Next is the second question. If there were a patch that was huge and realistic enough to be no different from reality, would you choose to stay in your dream forever? I won't stay in my dreams all the time, Qingque's answer was crisp and decisive. But if this dream is destined to shatter, everything will dissipate, friends, family, enemies, even the stars and yourself, and you know the ending before the journey begins, will you still embark on the journey? Qingque's answer remained straightforward, I will still embark on a journey. At this point, Qingque has returned to the first question. Excuse me, do you still remember me? I don't remember, in my memory, it was the first time we met. Qingque did not continue to ask questions. That was the last question just now, let's say goodbye to it. You haven't told me the way to leave here yet, said Qingque, spreading her hand this time. Qingque did not give a straightforward answer like before. Her spare light glanced around. The golden dream begins to stir, and in the long night ahead, you may encounter many setbacks and witness many tragedies. In the end, all that was visible was black and white. At that time, you had to believe that there would be a fleeting red in that black and white world. When you have to make a decision, this red hue will reappear. And you need to carefully chew on its meaning at some point. Qingque suddenly flashed behind Qingque. The star girl who reacted wanted to turn back. But before she turns around, a line of blood and tears flowed from the corner of the eyes of the underworld. And you, go back to the sober world, where we will eventually find the answer. An invisible impact on the star of life. Her body burst out with colorful juices, and Star Sister slowly collapsed. Consciousness returns to reality. She woke up suddenly from her dream, panting heavily, and the corners of her eyes unconsciously flowed down. Pam, who noticed the star anomaly, walked over and saw the tearful star. Pam puzzled and said, Star passenger, are you feeling unwell? Why did you suddenly cry? I dreamed that I was cut by someone, and the speed of the cut was extremely fast. Even before I could react, my body began to disintegrate. Pam breathed a sigh of relief. Did someone cut you off? Indeed, you had a nightmare, but just as we arrived at the Asna galaxy, you had a nightmare, indicating that your resistance to memory is weak. You need to be even more careful. Of course, there is no need to worry too much. Dreams and reality are opposite. When you have nightmares, the Star Dome train has already arrived at Pinocchio. Chapter 10 Black Swan. Darling, fireworks are not. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. It's really shocking. I didn't expect the original border prison to have become a world-renowned luxury hotel. Pam was filled with emotions. He also wants to stay at a luxurious daydream hotel and enjoy the beautiful dreams, but he can't get off the car. Ah, I can only let you feel the daydream hotel for me. Pam's regretful words left many viewers in the live broadcast room puzzled. Nilu. Captain Pam really wants to go to a hotel for vacation. Since the train has already stopped, it's also possible to get off the train for a while and have some fun, isn't it? Funina. Besides, passenger Donheng had previously said that he would stay on the train this time. Does Pam not trust his passengers? Funina secretly observes, Pam. It's not like this, Pam. I trust all the passengers who board the train, but for many reasons, I can't get off the train. Kelly. Pam doesn't cry. Kelly can accompany you to fry fish. Kelly, *___, Pam. Fried fish. Do children from the Tivat continent know how to play like this? Pam shocked, Heng. Kelly's little friend just likes to throw firecrackers into the stream, right? Xuan's wise gaze, Hook. Join the mole party, and even the pitch-black Hook can take Pam to the underground boxing gym to fight. Hook, cross-legged, Clara. I'm sorry, Captain Pam. Due to the tense relationship between the settlement and others, Mr. Swallow shouldn't allow you to visit the mechanical settlement. Clara, hold on, Pam. Thank you all for your concern. Actually, I don't have that much regret, Pam. By the way, Kelly, if the Star Dome train goes to Tivat one day, the train conductor can accompany you, Pam. Pam spoils you, Kaya. I'm laughing to death. The members of the Starry Sky Railway were completely led astray by Ms. Xuan. If they were to accompany Kelly to fry fish, if they were caught by the Qingque team leader, they would be locked up together. Kaya, with a sideways smile, Kelly. Woo woo woo. Kelly doesn't want to lock Pam up together. Xuan. Qingque. Pam. Esther. Fu Xian. March 7th. I'm here to disrupt the formation. The children are just playing with some firecrackers. Will your team leader be too strict? March 7th, secret observation, Wendy. Hey, Abito. Kaya is not wrong. Although Kelly is a child, she also possesses super strong explosive ability. The power of a bouncing bomb is enough to change the landscape of a mountain. Abito, serious face, Dan Hung. Tivat Kelly, this information can be included in a think tank. Star. Changing the mountain terrain, the power of the bomb made by little Kelly is a bit terrifying. Star, like, Fu Xian. So, Kelly is not actually a few-year-old child, but a centenarian, right? But for an elder, she is still a child. Qingque. Hee hee. I didn't expect that Mr. Tai Bu would also chat frequently in the live broadcast room. Qin. Kelly is not a pure human, but an elf, but she is indeed only a few years old. Pai Meng. Xiao Kelly possesses extraordinary power. When we were investigating the topic of Mon's strongest combat power, out of curiosity, we were also shocked by the power of the bouncing bomb she made when we first came into contact with Kelly. Ing. Blow up the abyss mage in an instant. Raise. A little girl with a hot red color, Kelly, she's very strong. Zhongli. In terms of universal rationality, Kelly is one of Tivat's best blasters. Tian Tizui. I have been storytelling for decades, and the story of the Rock Prince is clear to my heart. When the Rock Prince threw his rock spear to suppress the demon god Ossel in the vortex, his powerful impact has long been on the present-day Lonely Cloud Pavilion. Qingque. I have met my little friend Kelly at Rice Wife Rongcai Festival, and she is really well behaved. Xiaogong. Kelly, Ing, and Pai Meng also have beautiful memories at the Rongcai Festival. Together, we helped Kelly create a picture book. Walnut. Interesting. The Rock Prince threw his rock spear to change the terrain. It is said that Rice's wife, General Thunderbolt, also split open the canyon with one blow. Kelly's bomb changed the mountain terrain, replacing Kelly with any of the 7 gods. Zhongli. The master is a logical genius. Fireworks. Ha ha ha. The Tivat people are really interesting. I will definitely accompany Kelly to fry fish. After all, you are much more interesting than the little peacock of Tskonia and the chicken wing boy of the same harmonic family. Fireworks. Cross-eyed laugh, sand gold. Sunday. Ing. Pai Meng, you have encountered your opponent. The fireworks of the Starry Sky Railway are not only poisonous, but also give people unpleasant nicknames, which are also in your hands. Pai Meng. Don't cut me at this time, traveler. There are so many experts in the Star Dome Railway world, even if they are playing fireworks in the live broadcast room, they will not give others face with their sarcastic tongues. She seriously suspects that she is a certain star god. Sand gold. Unfortunately, you guessed wrong, my friend from the Tivat continent. Doctor of Truth. Star god. Negative points. Black Swan. Darling, she is not the star god, but a fanatical admirer of the happy star god Aha, and one of the masked fools in the tavern. P.S. Dear Yenzu readers, milk sugar kneels for all data. Wishing you all 10 consecutive hardware black swans. One shot into the soul to drink the moon.